Hey everybody, welcome back to Grumpy Acres. Well, finally got around to doing the product review on this Ohio Steel lawn sweeper that we bought. It's going to be a quick video. We did one this morning, we're doing one this afternoon for you. Construction of it, the quality of the materials is good. I've used one of these before. A friend of ours had one that I borrowed, and it worked just fine. It's made out of light steel. The tubes all fit together with these push buttons. It's kind of hard. There you go. Fits together with those push buttons, and it uses cotter pins to hold everything together. It was really easy to put together. The instructions were pretty straightforward. As you can see, it's rained since we got it. As you can see, there's already a little bit of rust on it. To be expected, to be truthful. And the way this works is it's got this sweeper in here, and as the wheels turn, that throws the grass back up into this big hopper right here. And the quality of the material, we'll find out how well it lasts. It's got a pin attachment on the front that allows you to hook it up to tractors and mowers and UTVs. It's got this bar. This is the way you set the sweeping angle. So, oh, there's a cotter pin in there. Anyway, take that pin out, and then you can move it up and down, and that tells it how high to sweep the grass. It does a pretty good job, as you can see over there around that blackberry bush. I used it to pick up mulch. I filled it up 3 times in about 20 minutes with very little effort. In fact, it took me almost as much time to dump it and go back and get more than it did to fill it up. And I've been using it to mulch the blackberry patch, and I don't know if you can see over there in the compost pile, but I mulched it too. You know, all in all, it's a good product. For what we paid for it, we got it on clearance or on sale for $129. Normally they run about $200. It was a really good deal for us, and it does help, because I don't know if you saw my alternative to hay video that I made back at the old place. Raking it up can be a lot of effort. As soon as I get the milkweed out of this field, I'm going to be able to mow the field and then sweep it up with that, and then I can just take and dump it directly into the goat and sheep pen, and they can have that for food and fodder. So it does come in handy, and it saves us a bunch of time and effort. For the money we spent to get this mechanical advantage is just so helpful around the homestead. So I would recommend it. Now here's the one caveat. The one caveat that I've got for it. Apparently there's a place in China called Ohio, because this is a product of China. The company, I know for a fact that they used to make in the United States back a long time ago. Maybe not Ohio Steel specifically, but this type of sweeper. This one was made in China. So, you know, it's one of those things where we've got to pick and choose our battles. And was this one that I'm willing to spend some money on? I'm not going to lie, yes it was, because I could not find none of the sweepers I looked at were made in the United States. There may be one out there. I wasn't able to find it. You know, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist though. So yes, it is made in China. So if you feel that you can't part with your money in that regard, then I agree with your decision 100%. I needed it and decided to go ahead and use it. Well, that's about all I got to say about the Ohio Steel lawn sweeper. It works well. It does what it is advertised to do. It's reasonably priced, and it was worth the money spent in my opinion. You know, I had to swallow my pride a little bit and buy China, but it's getting more and more today that you can't help but do that. You know what? I told you earlier today that this was going to be a 2-for-1 video, so let's go over by the garden so I can show you the second product we're going to talk about. Here's the second product we're going to talk about. This is a product called a pocket hose. This is one of those as seen on TV things. We actually got this from a friend of ours It's stretchy and it folds up, goes into a nice tight little package. It's easy to store. It works as advertised. I can tell you that right now. You put the pressure on it. It's got an on-off switch, and this is actually brass. It's not plastic, which is good. And it really does work. It works like they say it does. You can watch it spread out like they show on the TV commercial. And I would recommend it with one caveat. And I don't know, I can't tell you exactly what brand this is. I can't tell you where it was made. But there's several different brands in it. They're all basically the same. Here's the one caveat I've got with this. You cannot leave these under pressure. You cannot turn the water on and then turn this valve off and just let it sit there under pressure. Because what happens, and I've seen this happen on two of them. It happened to one of ours, and then it happened to a friend of ours. The fabric will start getting worn. This probably got ran over by the mower, you know, just UTV run over, or the mower running over it. Didn't cut it or anything. Just kind of wore on the fabric and the tube that's in there. And what happens when they sit under pressure was eventually they'll break and they'll start leaking. I came out and there was water spewing out of this hose. We had Angela was out here watering the garden, and instead of turning the water off at the faucet, she turned it off at this, and it sat there under pressure. I don't know how long it sat under pressure. It's probably half an afternoon, and it broke. So there's the caveat. If you're using these things, if you leave them under pressure constantly, they will fail. If you take care of it and turn the water off and make sure you're not running over it with wheeled vehicles and wagons and such, probably get a lot more life out of it. I would recommend it. The being under pressure part is something that you can actually address yourself, and you'll get longevity out of it. They're not too terribly expensive. I don't have a price off the top of my head, but if you're looking for something that's easy to store and easy to carry around and stuff, then I would recommend one of these. Okay, with that caveat, if you leave it under pressure or you let this get worn, it will fail. Well, that's all I got with product reviews. I will add one more thing to this video. It is August the 2nd when I'm filming this, and it's primary day in a lot of places across the country. And all I can tell you is I don't care how you vote. I don't care who you vote for. Just go out and vote. If we don't exercise that right, then it will get taken away from us. And there's already actions being taken at the national level to nationalize our elections and take it away from our states and make it so people in Washington, D.C. can control how we vote. And we don't want that to happen. And if you're not exercising your right, they will try to take it away from you. Well, they can't take it away. They'll try to curtail it. All right? So go out and vote. Make sure that you're educated. Don't go out there and just vote because somebody's got a letter behind their name or you saw an ad on TV. That's one of the things that struck me about this political season so far is so many ads on both sides of the aisle. They're not outright lying, but they are omitting facts. Well, I guess that is. Omission of facts is a lie. Or they're skewing, they're saying, well, this could lead to, turns into it will lead to. Well, you know what? A lot of things in this country could lead to something, and they don't. But you can't be selective about it, and you've got to be educated. All right? So go out, learn the subjects that are going to be voted on, learn about the candidates, and go vote. All right? The only thing I'll say about casting your vote, and this is just me personally, is vote pragmatic in the primaries, and then vote practical in the general election in November. All right? Now, there's a little bit more to that these days. It's kind of my views kind of changed a little bit, but that's still a good rule of thumb. If you're looking for a candidate that's going to be in agreement with you 100%, you're not going to find it unless you're voting for yourself. All right? Well, that's all I got this time from Grumpy Acres. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope the product reviews help you figure out if you want to spend money on these items. If you found it enjoyable, go ahead and share it with somebody that might find it useful. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time that we put product review videos out. We got some book reviews that we're working on. We got to finish reading the books. I don't want to don't want to give a book review on a book I haven't finished reading. But we're working on that, and we got some other stuff. Most importantly, guys, go live a life done free. Thanks, Milo.